going on, Pye Nation? How is everyone out there? Hope everyone is doing well. What's up? I'm Devin, our CCO, here with Dev Team 6. I have to me on my right.
Hello,
left,
Pye Nation.
Eric, our CTO, here in the flesh. And I have to me on my left, our CEO, Bill. Bill, tell everyone hello.
Hello.
Awesome. So I hope everyone can hear me loud and clear. Make sure you guys give me a bunch of thumbs up in the chat, a bunch of hoorays, a bunch of emojis.
I feel like we need some music.
Whatever you feel, some.
I feel like we need a bigger table.
We do 100%. This table's got to go.
Devin takes up about 60% of the leg space on this table.
My legs are crossed.
Exactly.
Literally.
So.
Anyways, how's everyone doing, guys?
It's
Just very excited to welcome you guys here on our Wednesday, 5 p.m. AMA, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. What is 1700 UTC? Don't quote me on that. I think it is. I'm not sure, but I might be way off. 2200 UTC. Okay, Trevor said that, not me. So make sure you guys fact check that. Anyways, very excited to welcome you guys here. Like I said, on our Wednesday AMA, every other Wednesday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We, come here to join you all with your questions that you guys submit throughout the week to our brand manager Trevor through our questionnaire form. So just very excited with a lot of things going on. Trevor, you want to come and give any sort of community updates? Anything?
I think he's got some winners or something, doesn't he?
No, we don't have any competitions going on.
No competition going on?
No. Well, we're good to go. So,
all right.
A lot of exciting things, a lot of exciting times coming right around the corner.
Absolutely.
Swap,
Huge.
charts, wallet, all of those exciting things coming very soon. So without further ado, we'll just jump right into these questions. And of course, as you know, we touch on things as we go, some topics that the questions may touch on that we just expand on through the questions. So without further ado, we will get started. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
Ready.
First question is, when can we expect the updated website, white paper roadmap, pie chart, and pie swap launch?
This is something I'll answer, and Eric, you can jump in if you want.
Sure.
Updated website is going to go live as soon as we've got the white paper and roadmap ready. We do know that the existing website has some of the old information on it. What we plan to do is obviously get that accurate and update that for you guys now, since we are going to be launching Pie Swap shortly. We do want that to be updated for the idea that we will be launching our marketing campaigns for Pie Swap, and we will have a lot of eyes and a lot of ears looking into both the AMA side as well as the websites and a lot of our content that exists online. We do have a plan and a campaign to really push forward a lot of the website information to make sure that people truly understand the ecosystem behind Pie. When it comes to Pie Chart, I know that you can answer that question.
Absolutely.
When it comes to Pie Swap, however, the good news is we are officially deploying the contracts and mainnet testing. We do anticipate having that wrapped up this week. The goal is on or about Friday, and we should then obviously move forward from there. The goal is truly to get it staked as quickly as possible. Get Pie Swap out. We do need it out. We do need Pie trading on Pie Swap. We do want to add in the liquidity to Pie Swap so that it has a healthy trading market. The other goal, obviously, is once that's done, then we can test the Moonforce token contract on Pie Swap, and we can then obviously prep that for our public release. But I'm going to let Eric talk a little bit about charts.
Yeah. And also on Pie Swap, what we're doing at this point is we are finalizing pools and farms on Pie Swap to get it ready to go out. But for things to trade on Pie Swap, we do need a charting function to show those trades. So we are wrapping pie charts up as well to bring it out of beta.
I don't know if people really understand that part.
Which one?
Well, what you just said is great, but I mean, me and you, and I don't know if Devin totally, he might understand it. But I don't think that they might understand what you mean by that. So
which part? In
the charting side of Pie Chart for this, the data coming out of Pie Swap.
So Pie Swap is its own standalone swap, like Pancake Swap is. Charting tools like PooCoin or Dex tools they specifically look for trades that happen on those routers, the routers from PancakeSwap. And in order to get PieSwap listed on those charting tools, PieSwap has to have some trading and some volume on it to begin with before the other charting tools will pick it up. So in the meantime, as we build some volume on PieSwap, we just have to have our own charting platform in order to portray those trades so everyone can see the charts of the tokens that are running on PieSwap.
But to be fully transparent, we are going down the road of getting the integrations with the other charting.
Absolutely.
KuCoin, DEX tools, etc. It's just one of those things. Once volume actually is happening on PieSwap, then we can actually apply, get the APIs, all the connections, do all the things that are necessary. It's not a thing we can do ahead of time. So in anticipation that we are going to have a community that is looking for some way to track, some way to see, some way to understand what's going on with the market, we're going to fully integrate it ourselves, obviously, with our own charting system through Pie charts.
Awesome. Let's see. Do you think 500 million volume is possible within the first 6 months?
500 million volume in a day.
Looking at PieSwap,
Are we
right?
talking about a day, a week, a month?
Within the first 6 months.
Well, obviously 100%. Yeah, I think that number is really small, actually, if we're talking about total volume traded for PieSwap or total volume traded just for Pie token or Pie the ecosystem.
All right.
I think that number is small for the Pie ecosystem, let alone the rest of PieSwap.
Okay. Do we have a number of tokens who already will join PieSwap in this first launch moment?
As we've said in the past, with PieSwap, PieSwap is a totally unique, different, 100% new to the market routing system that is built around for the automatic market maker, as well as how it's actually functioning for tokenomics. The one thing that we are doing is ensuring that projects that are on other, pancake swaps and other swaps, they can also utilize what they currently have within our system. The goal, obviously, is to get them to use the benefits of PieSwap. So we've had a handful that have asked and wanted to know integrations, wanting to know compatibilities. The part of the logic lives in the smart contract for the token project. It's not 100% in the router, but it's knowing how to communicate the logic from the contract into the router, so the router knows exactly how to handle this interaction with the contract. So we certainly do believe there will be tokens who will already be ready to start with us. Will that happen on day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4? Again, we are working with them and we are trying to make sure that we accelerate as many of them as possible. But we also want to make sure that they do things right, especially they have communities behind them, and they want to make sure that they're fully ready and everything is fully locked in before anything is done. So we'll be doing, once we drop PieSwap and we've got Pie token trading on it, we are going to go into a lot of testing into the smart contract logic to make sure that we are putting the projects on there and they will be compatible. We won't have any projects doing migrations and then breaking or anything of that nature. But we do anticipate we will see a lot of people once. I think you're going to see a lot of new projects in the beginning, and then you're going to see a lot of transitional projects that will come over. And you'll also see a lot of projects that will migrate. And the reason they might have to migrate to a new contract is if they want to do the no tokens used for tokenomics and having the swap, it will require a new smart contract, which again, as we know, we've been through a migration. It can be done. It's not nearly as crazy and wild and hard as people might portray it to be. But if it's in the best interest of a community and a project, I'm telling you, I mean, if it was us on the other end of this and there was another group that had put this together, just because this is the way tokens should be actually traded, and markets should be healthy from the get-go. This is how it should have been done in the first place. I'm not sure what they were drinking when they originally created the routers, but the point being is I don't think tokenomics was really a big thing when these routers were built. So now that tokenomics, it can get really creative and different ways of allowing these tokens to really do some pretty cool stuff. It's now become an eyesore in some cases, and a lot of these projects are up against themselves in a lot of ways. And I think that's what you're going to see dev teams. I mean, if we were on the outside looking in, I'd be thinking, how fast can we migrate?
Absolutely.
Mini Doge, or how fast could we migrate Moonforce if it wasn't there? How fast could we get it there? Because I wouldn't even want anything to do with any of these other swaps anymore, because it's just unhealthy, just naturally unhealthy. Next question, when will be audited by Certic, PySwap, and new Pye contract? Eric?
Well, PySwap, of course, once the smart contracts are finalized, then we can submit those for audit. As far as the new Pye contract, it is a standard Open Zeppelin contract. So, I mean, we can certainly get an audit on it, but it is the standard of all smart contracts. So that's something that we can look into and get done. What do you think, Devin?
I think we can.
I know we can.
What volume do you think that we can reach within 2, 6, and 12 months?
More projections.
Is there any plan that you can share with us to put us on a high volume per day? I think for people to truly understand what our goal, or I guess what our trajectory is here for the Pye ecosystem, PySwap being so different and unique, it's going to take a minute for people to see proof of concept. Pye token itself is a zero tokenomic token now. There are no fees. Moonforce is probably the biggest beneficiary of Moonforce is actually PySwap. And Pye, the Pye token, mainly because you are taking what seems to be the standard going fare out there for a lot of token projects right now, and you're reversing the issues that they're running into when it comes to tokenomics and filling buckets. It's going to take a minute for people to see it. Moonforce being a success from day one is going to be able to provide us with a tremendous understanding, I guess, for the market as well as for other people. So this has become, for us, we need to do our proof of concept through that in order for people to see the power behind PySwap and what PySwap brings to the table for the cryptocurrency space and the sphere. It's so critical for us to get that done and get that out. PySwap getting launched is one thing. Pye token being launched on PySwap and having a healthy trading market is going to be another critical piece. And then that third stage is going to be Moonforce. Once that's done, we have an entire marketing campaign that we have built, and we are going to be pushing hard into multiple channels. Press release channels is going to be a big deal for us. Influencers will be a big deal for us. We probably will spend more money in marketing in the first 2 weeks after, I would say, Cryptic, what would you say about equal amounts, between Moonforce and Pye? We'll be spending equal amounts of marketing money, and it's more money than Pye in the entire history of its project has ever spent on marketing. So I know it seems like we saved it for now, but at the same time, it was the right thing for people and the project and everybody included, because we're going to get the best return on our investment this way. And it's really going to take a matter of a handful of people in the wildfire to start and for it to spread far and wide. I have zero doubt in that whatsoever, just knowing what we're working with here and how unique it truly is. Next question we have here. How long after release of PySwap do you estimate us being in top 10 swap tokens? This is a great question. And one thing I can tell you is when you say us, I assume you're talking about the Pye token. So the Pye token, given that it has zero tokenomics, and I want you guys to understand how critical that is, it has zero tokenomics. So we strategically built the project, we built ourselves into a migration, and then built the new version with no tokenomics on purpose, because it allows us to drive mass adoption in SEX and DEX, all sorts of exchanges throughout the world. And our goal is to get this into as many centralized exchanges as possible with the zero tokenomics, because that allows us, for all parties throughout the world that are engaging in cryptocurrency, to start to build awareness around not just the Pye token and its ecosystem, but the power behind this project and what this project is going to do for its future, especially with the new roadmap. When we release it, you will see and have a bigger, clearer picture, a better, clearer picture, I guess you could say, to understanding what's next and where things are going next. Oh yeah, we're all wearing black. That being said, when do I anticipate it happening? I anticipate as soon as we start getting the integrations into other sexes, because PieSwap will be a great deal of our volume. I do believe that.
Huge.
But to get into those top 10s, 50 million, 100 million volume in a day, that's going to require us to get into some sex exchanges as well as a lot of other dexes. And I want you guys to clearly understand the whole idea there is every time you can expand into another audience, it's just more awareness, more engagement, and more integration into people seeing and understanding the project, knowing that it exists, looking into it, and the word just keeps continuously spreading. And that's what our biggest goal is to bring this mainstream. We saw it happen with Shiba Inu, zero tokenomics. We saw it happen with other projects that have gone to the zero tokenomics. I think a lot of the bigger projects out there that we've seen even in 2021 that had tokenomics, in a migration went to zero tokenomics. And the reason being is they realized that getting down the road of centralized exchanges is not easy when you have tokenomics. A lot of them will not adopt. A lot of them will look at you like a Gate.io. Yeah, they love the project, they love what we're doing, but we're just not as compatible with what they've got set up for how their centralized exchange is going to work. And I think one of the happiest persons right now, I think, who has been dealing with that story from April until now, is the guy sitting to my right, your left. He has been pushing hardcore for many, many months the idea of zero tokenomics, because that is one of the biggest roadblocks he runs into every time he's on the phone or on a voice chat or some sort of communication with a SEX or a centralized exchange. So it's something that you'll see happen as soon as we start pushing the token into other channels. Do I believe we could hit a couple $100 million a day in PieSwap, volume initially with the Pye token? Absolutely, because I think the wildfire that is going to be burning from people out there looking into this project and seeing how different and unique it is, besides the pancake swaps of the world, the uniswaps of the world, especially when we drop the ETH chain, and now we're bringing in a whole different audience of investors. Then we drop the Cardano chain, and then and eventually PieSwap is all blockchains. It's a true multiverse in terms of a universe of various blockchains all coming into one place, and they're all able to actually truly utilize the powerful technology that has been built behind the concept of PieSwap. So it'll happen. I don't want to give an exact date, because it all really comes down to how fast we get into those centralized exchanges. Some can be rather quick. I actually think a lot will, once our volume kicks and we start really marketing, and a lot of the awareness is going to help us bring a ton of new faces, a ton of new people into this project. Will I need a PieSwap wallet to stake my Pye and Moonforce and get reflections, or can I use Trust and have reflections go straight into my wallet? Also, will I be able to connect OG Moonforce and whitelist Moonforce unclaimed tokens at the same time? Can you confirm they won't overlap or go missing? Okay, well, I can confirm your tokens will not go missing. That would probably be the first one.
Well, the OG and the whitelist, as far as Moonforce go, are two separate contracts altogether.
Completely.
So you'll go to two different places. You go to og.moonforce and wl.moonforce in order to claim those tokens. So as far as the staking goes, or not the staking, let's see, will I need to stake my Pye and Moonforce to get reflections? You don't actually have to stake your tokens to get reflections. Obviously, reflections would only come from Moonforce because Pye doesn't have tokenomics. So you can get reflections on Moonforce in any wallet that you're in, unless you think that they're talking about staking itself. Bill, what do you think?
If they're talking about staking Moonforce tokens, because there will be opportunities to do so, that will be on the Moonforce platform, as well as there'll probably be some pools that will be on PieSwap.
Definitely.
That is definitely something you'll be able to do, and it will be something that you would do by staking on the D app and online. It would not be done through. It'd be done through Web3. It would not be done through
the wallets.
Through the wallets,
No.
yeah. So if that's what they're talking about, it's definitely something that you would. Obviously, if they're wanting to collect their OG and whitelist, they would do that through claiming the tokens directly from the two separate, the OG.Moonforce or the WL.Moonforce. When it comes to staking, if they're looking at staking, those will not be utilizing
wallets.
a PieSwap wallet. It'll be just using a Trust wallet or a MetaMask or whatever Wallet Connect wallet.
And the staking
that
platform
and the
that we
staking
have.
platforms, yeah. All right. So next question, staking. We do. I think we've had a couple questions regarding liquidity.
Yeah.
I think from the previous Pye contract, the OG Pye, I guess we could call it.
The OG Pye.
OG Pye. So we had some questions on that and how much liquidity is going to get staked into the Pye swap liquidity pool for Pye token. Just to be clear, there was an initial couple, 100 BNB investment that we put. And you remember Pye, the original Pye was a fair launch token. We did not have a pre-sale. We funded it ourselves with a little over $100,000 at the time, I think, to put the liquidity or stake the liquidity. So we obviously had put that in there. When we did the migration, we have chosen, obviously, for that money to go towards some operations development pieces for the Pye team, for the dev team 6 behind Pye. The remaining, there is that marketing campaign I mentioned earlier that is going to be a major push for the best interest of the project, for us to really drive mass adoption, awareness of the Pye token, as well as the ecosystem into the other cryptocurrency channels, a lot of which we've never put any sort of advertising behind when it comes to this project. We certainly plan to get eyes and ears, new faces, build our Telegrams and Discord channels, and really do this the right way. So there's, I think, a couple hundred BNB that's going towards that. And then the remaining, which I don't know exactly the number, but that remaining amount of BNB will get staked into the PieSwap liquidity pool. I know that it's over 1,100 or it's like something like that. I think it's like 1,100 or so.
It's right around 11.
BNB. That will get staked. That will allow us to also stake at a smaller, higher, I mean not smaller, but a little higher market cap. That's something that we're also planning to still do. Obviously, BNB, I think when we first had that discussion about going at 30 million or 31 million market cap, I want to say BNB was somewhere around 600 or somewhere in there.
I think it was.
I think we're not at 600 anymore for those of you that watch BNB. But at this time, we still will have a higher market cap than when we stopped on the old contract and migrated to the new one. I do still believe it'll be over 20. I think it'll be somewhere between 20 and 25. Could be slightly higher depending on how BNB moves between now and the time that we stake the liquidity pool. Right. But we are focused on making sure that we are putting everything, the money that we had originally put in, that actually went to PieSwap, actually development side, and the team and the partners that we have behind PieSwap, because we had to, I mean, this is not an easy technology to have built. It definitely took a lot of blood, sweat, and some tears by Tommy.
I think there's still some tears going on.
No, I don't think there's any more tears. Actually, I'm actually quite pleased where we're at right now.
Absolutely.
This is
Absolutely.
It's been a joy to work with the developer that we're working with. We will get their permission. It's a partner of ours. It's a Dev Team 6 partner. They are working on the team. There's a portion of what they using resources that we're actually actively working on getting added to the team with us. And we are very confident that we were going to build a very nice long-term support behind the Pye ecosystem from our current team. Next question, will stakers on PieSwap receive BNB as their cut of the fee for transactions of PieSwap, which are on other chains such as ETH, Sol, and ADA? This is a great question, Eric.
It is a great question.
And I'm surprised that you and I think we just make the assumption that this is easy because we kind of understand it. But
Right.
In regards to that, we are going to bring you guys, when we go to launch the ETH chain version on PieSwap, we will walk you through how all of that's going to work.
Right.
I certainly anticipate, I know a lot of people have questions and want to understand, the BNB. Understand BNB is BSC chain. So anything to do with BSC chain, the BNB will be earned and obviously in the pool, and you'll be able to claim it or harvest it or whatever, dig it, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever we put out there.
I don't know what we're gonna
For Pye?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember what it was.
Somebody
We're gonna have to
something.
bake it.
Yeah, well,
gonna have to
but
bake
you
it.
got to pull it out of the oven.
That's right.
What's
At some
that
point.
process called?
I'm trying to
Pulling it
remember
out of
what.
the oven.
Well, no, it's funny because we named it something, and I just can't remember off
With
the top of
Pye?
my head. Yeah, we did.
Did we?
Yeah, I 100% did. I just don't remember what I called it.
Al dente. I don't
It was
I
good.
don't
It
know.
was good. Maybe Crisco remembers.
Yeah.
Um,
Crisco.
Crisco.
Oh,
Good old
goodness.
We'll
Crisco.
get real animated for you.
But when it comes to ETH, Sol, ADA, you're going to get everything to understand exactly how that's going to work for Pye and how you guys will receive fees for transactions in regarding that chain, so you can see how that's all going to flow. I would anticipate, right now we're going to get the first one out. BSC is going to come out first, obviously. If it were up to me, it'd be on or about this Friday, but I ain't saying it, putting any pressure on anybody. But I do believe sometime by early next week. Once that's done, then we move on to ETH. Then we move on to ADA. ETH is probably not going to be
It's not going to be a big stretch. No.
maybe on or about 4 weeks, 5 weeks maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Once ETH is out, before it comes out, and the good news is once we launch the first chain, then the ones that come after it are not anywhere as complicated to getting the first one done. Once we launch the next one, we will come out usually about a week ahead of time. We will provide you guys full information on the AMA prior to coming out on how the new chains will work, how you can engage with that part of the project, and how you can get rewards from those chains as well. Okay, next question. Was the BNB daily or weekly collectible? So it's a great question. This is something that Eric is planning to automate. He's planning to do all fees that come from the BNB. The BSC side is collected obviously in a contract. And those fees then automatically get distributed into the pools, which then obviously get rewarded to the people who have staked into those pools.
Yeah, we'll definitely have more information on that in the next week or so.
Well, that's just something
specify.
that we will obviously give you more information on. But that is the idea, right?
Yeah,
that is
the
what
100% idea.
that's what we've been developing.
Yeah.
Regarding BNB rewards, how do we earn BNB rewards? Only with staking, or do we earn them with farming as well? If yes, are BNB rewards distributed even throughout all pools? It is only with staking.
Yeah, so we'll have a specific pool set up
Correct.
for the BNB rewards for you to stake your Pye into. So everyone will stake their Pye into one pool to get those BNB rewards. There'll still be farms available, still be other pools available.
Right.
It'll be up to you on how you want to utilize your Pye, but that's how it'll work in the beginning.
But just so people understand, the purpose behind that is to keep it clean, equitable, and have a ledger so that there's, from our auditing purposes, we are fair and making sure everybody has the ability to participate at equalized levels. A great example would be if you did it on staking and farming, not everyone's going to have B&B laying around to participate on farms, right? So if we did that, we'd be rewarding people who have access,
Sure.
Resources to be able to get the biggest weight within the system, when the weight is really just predicated on the holder percentage. What you hold as to what the project, percentage of the project you hold. And we want to stay true to that. We're very real about when we say that's how we will do it. So the easiest, cleanest, fastest way for us to do it the right way is to keep it in just one pool. That being said, I got a question here. Hi guys, I'm in another token that stakes for rewards. It's great when the volume is good and consistently good for those with big bags, but when volume is lower, the smaller bags lose out. Can we guarantee a steady flow of projects from Moonforce to keep volume up? Because one of the AMAs last week, it kind of sounded like projects that were lined up have fallen through a little due to delays. Thanks a lot. We appreciate your hard work for us. Thank you for your kind words. We appreciate you too. That being said, delays have not necessarily caused an issue with people lining up for Moonforce. I think what we have done on our part is been strategically built to be able to do our proof of concept, get our tech right, make sure everything's done and signed, sealed, and delivered. The worst thing that could happen is we launch PySwap, we launch PyToken, then we launch Moonforce, and then we run into an issue, a gas fee issue, or some transfer issue, or something like that. And now we're in a migration phase, but then we have a project that's committed to go live the day after PySwap, or the day after Moonforce launches, the 27th or whatever. If that happens, it's not going to be a good, solid foundation of confidence for us to build off of. And so we're trying to do this the right way. Yes, we might launch Moonforce, and because it's our choice, we may not launch another token for a week at the earliest. There's about 6 projects right now. I'll tell you there's really only 2 or 3, well, 2 for sure, that I am 100% open to launching on Moonforce right away. There's a 3rd one that I would say I just need some further, a little bit more diligence done regarding the staff behind the team. And then the other 3 we are still in the vetting process on. We do have a list of projects, but I can be honest with you, 100% transparent. The time is the issue right now for us. We are so focused on getting this right for PySwap, the Moonforce launch. The proof of concept to us is our Super Bowl right now. That is our Super Bowl. And the reason that I don't want to say have the luxury, because there is no luxury in any of this, but the thing that we do have confidence in is the amount of inquiries we have gotten from outside sources that are projects, developers. I get them on Twitter, Cryptic gets them, Devin gets them, Eric gets them. We get them all over Telegram. I get them on other, like LinkedIn. My LinkedIn is riddled with nothing but developers, it feels like, asking about Moonforce and launching on Moonforce on a PySwap. So I have to say, we've hired people to support this inquiry piece, and we are going to put on the website, there will be the form for people to fill out that will allow them to inquire, and do the project inquiries as well through there. It's just they're coming at us directly in the DMs, private messages, and things like that. We're gonna build the streamlined process for that, so that's not happening and it's not all over the place. Quite frankly, it's very, very difficult to manage that way for us. But I have zero doubt. Our confidence level is so high in terms of the amount of influx of inquiries that we've gotten for Moonforce that I think we're going to get the pick of the litter once we've got proof of concept, it's out there trading, and things start going. We're going to probably need a whole handful of people just to field those inquiries and do the diligence and then present them to Eric and myself for approval on Moonforce. Nothing that goes on Moonforce or gets put onto PySwap will probably be going live in any capacity unless it's fully approved by Eric and I. We have kind of a 10-point system that we use, and they need to meet, in order to get certified, you need to meet. When I say 10-point system, it's kind of 10 different categories, and they're all 10 points each. We rate them based on those categories, and they have to meet a minimum score of 85 out of the 100 total points that they could have reached. 100 would be a perfect project, which I don't know that there's one out there. But I can tell you that getting in that 85 to 90 threshold is very, very difficult. It requires a lot of. It's about a 5 to 7 day process, I would say, to do correctly. And we have lost some. I'm sure we've lost some people that maybe we didn't get to right away or haven't responded to, or the people that are wanting to launch like yesterday.
Right.
We lost some of those people, and truth be told, it's a timing thing for us. We could have rushed things and continued to have those road bumps and stumbles and trip ups and all that happening. But we want confidence. We want people to see what we're doing as if they're watching the halftime show at the Super Bowl. We want them to see the best foot forward, the best performance on stage from the first go, not the second, third, or fourth. We've been through that before. We've dealt with other people in this space before that thought that was okay, but we're not interested in that anymore. We know you guys are pumped and excited. We're pumped and excited too. Believe me, I'm probably the most impatient person when it comes to waiting, but I can tell you what's on the other end of this is going to be the success that we've all been looking for. So keep in mind, we're going to continue to move forward, but the project pool, I guess you could say, a pool of projects, is still very healthy. It's still very healthy, and I think it could be a lot healthier too if we had all the time in the world to be able to field that stuff. But we do have a plan, and we are opening up the floodgates on that sometime next week. So you'll see that now that the Moonforce website will be revealed here shortly. That being said, exchanges. When does trading start on Bitmart? You said Friday?
I've been told Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, like I said, once I get the official word, Bitmart will put out an official update, as well as ourselves within our community. So, be expecting that here between today and Friday morning. You'll have an update. Like I said, There should be no user interaction or requirement. I've been told that deposits and trading should open as early as 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday for Bitmart. And of course, Whitebit, Coinsbit, a couple other exchanges will follow with some updates as well, but I'll provide those updates when they're readily available to me.
Marketing. What is the marketing plan for Pye? When will it go live? What's the strategy? Great question. I touched on it a little bit earlier in the conversation. Once PieSwap is live, we will start the soft campaign, and that, when I say soft, it just means about 20% of the total budget that we're planning to spend over a 30-day period will begin. And then once we've got Moonforce live and we have a trading proof of concept token with tokenomics and there's something to see there, we will then full throttle it to 100% of the total budget for the 30-day total. We're planning a mass press release campaign. The press release side is very, very important to investors. It's very, very important to get a lot of eyes and ears on the project. We are doing an influencer piece of that as well. YouTube is probably the biggest influencer platform we're planning to utilize. We will also be utilizing Twitter for Twitter ads. We have seen a lot of success for this project from Twitter ads from what we've seen in our past, so we plan to do that as well. And Reddit is another piece that we plan to do. We've got entire teams lined up to do Reddit marketing for us as well. Some content-driven stuff. We're going to be doing video introductions for PieSwap. We're going to be walking people through. We're going to be doing some educational things around the PieSwap platform, how it works, how to do different things, the step-by-step, how to get into, a Moonforce or Pye or whatever project that we've got on there as well. And the idea is content is king. So we're going to be a content curator. The goal is to get as much of this face, this name, the brand behind Pye to in multiple households around the cryptocurrency interest. And we will continue that process for the first 30 days. We'll reevaluate it around probably the third week, around day 21 through 23. And then we will evaluate how we proceed into the next month. But our goal, and Cryptic will tell you, I'd say this will be at least four times the amount of money we ever spent on the Pye ecosystem in the past. So we're going all in, full throttle. This is it, guys. This is something that we are 100% going to capitalize and capture this opportunity and turn this opportunity into something that it's meant to be, and so that it reaches its full potential. That being said, any news on the Git book updating the Pye.net roadmap? Okay.
The very first question.
Okay. Migration. We filled Google form regarding difference in token. Okay, I'm going to let you answer that.
Yeah, so in regards to the migration form, I will start reviewing those. I haven't started, just been super slammed, but we'll start reviewing those. We'll start reaching out. I'll get with Trevor and everything. We'll start reaching out to those individuals, doing a little research and due diligence on our end, and any sort of incorrections or not incorrections, but any sort of differences, if it's token values or anything like that, we'll be sure to look into those, come up with the best solution, and try to make those whole with any issues in regard to that. So, yeah.
Sounds good.
Sounds good?
It's good. Is it required to diamond hand tokens until the 15th to get the NFT? Yes. You want to swing trade as long as the minimum required tokens is on February 15th. Do I still get the NFT? It is required to hold. The goal was, diamond hands means exactly that. It's not a day trader. So I'm not trying to, point that out, but that ultimately, when you're swing trading, you're day trading. And it does definitely have some issues around the psychology of the project, the people behind it, in terms of the community and the holders. A lot of times when, you start buying and selling, one, it's artificial volume, which is never a real healthy thing for a project. But it also, puts people on their edge, especially if it starts a ripple effect, or it's causing people, especially right now, if you're trying to trade in the pool that's sitting on PancakeSwap, there's a bunch of bots on there. So you start trying to day trade and swing trade, I wish you the best. Will Pye blockchain have another token coming out, or will it be Pye? No, it will have its own token. It will obviously be Pye, and we will.
It will be Pye.
It will be Pye. And we will obviously walk you through how the new blockchain token is going to work with, coin. The new blockchain coin is going to work when it comes to the current Pye token. It is very easy, very seamless. It won't be a major transition of sorts or anything. It should be very easy for us to move with the blockchain itself when the time comes.
Yeah.
Are you planning to host a layer 1 blockchain or a layer 2?
We're definitely doing layer 1. We're going to build from the ground up on this one. So
layer 1, guys, layer 1.
Although there are some really cool things with layer 2 that they're doing.
There are. Layer 2 does offer kind of an accelerated way to get there.
Kind of like smart contracts.
I guess you could say.
Sure.
But I think for us, it's not about reinventing the wheel. It's about truly understanding what's under the hood. And to do it on layer 1 is so much better for us for a long term and the longevity of the blockchain versus doing layer 2. Layer 2 also it kind of requires us to be navigated by, so to speak.
Still controlled.
Yeah, controlled or navigated by. And for us to create a genuine standalone blockchain is always been the vision, and it has always been what we're going to do. No interest in level 2 or layer 2. Will Pye enter the metaverse? There is a huge hype right now
What?
with the metaverse, and Pye getting involved could.
What?
What's
Metaverse?
what's
What
the
is that?
what's the metaverse? No, I'm totally kidding. Metaverse has become near and dear to everybody's hearts.
Absolutely.
I actually kind of find it funny because it's not some brand new thing, but it's the hot phrase that everybody wants to use. Everybody has a metaverse. Everybody can claim a metaverse. Everybody can talk about the metaverse. I honestly don't know if 90% of the people talking about it truly understand it.
Yeah.
No.
I think they're just talking out there about it because they've heard or read it in a Discord or somebody's
word.
channel somewhere.
Got the word.
The answer to your question is yes. Pye
Absolutely.
will be entering the metaverse. We are going to go down that road once the blockchain is ready and we get into that phase of the project. The hype right now is real. You're right. It'd be nice to be in a position to really utilize that hype, but we actually have something that we're going to be doing that I will not disclose because I don't want anybody to take this and do anything with it anytime soon until we're done building it. It's going to take us probably a good 6 months. Is it 6 months more or 5 months more? Probably 5. 5 and a half.
Just on or around.
On or about.
Or about 6.
On or about, Mr. Eric.
Yeah.
All right, so we won't talk about it, but Metaverse will be a part of this
Absolutely.
project 100%. We're doing Metaverse stuff in other ecosystem projects, other pieces that we're doing. You guys are going to find us kind of jumping towards the Metaverse here with Pye. There's kind of like a little transition going on there because there will be the blockchain game that will be built around the NFTs, the Pye NFTs.
Right.
So we will be doing some fun stuff from a staking perspective and kind of a
Definitely.
risk perspective where NFTs can kind of steal other NFTs. We'll go into that another day. That's not today. But the point is it is coming. Will Pye be the native token of the Pye ecosystem blockchain? I'm not sure if he means the total
like the same.
blockchain.
The same.
Hey,
question.
Trevor,
It's the same as
is this the same question, you
number
think?
one.
Yeah.
Or you're not paying attention?
Blockchain.
Okay, never mind. He's rewording.
Sounds like it's the blockchain
He's
question.
editor-in-chief over there.
So. Yes.
Okay, we're going to leave that one alone because I think it is a duplicate. What updates do you have regarding the Pye migration dispute? Many of us have been waiting.
Devin
Okay, we
hit that
talked
one.
about that. What will be the solution to no Moonforce price after launch? Will Pye chart be available? So I think he answered that earlier. Pye chart
did.
has to be available.
Has to be.
It's got to be. There is no other option.
We didn't trade nowhere else.
There's no other option for us to have Pye chart available on launch so you can track it, watch it, enjoy it, I guess I could say. Because it's going to be one hell of a ride as soon as that, especially since we're putting some preloaded moonshot and
we are.
preloaded buyback. That's going to be fun to watch.
Preload that moonshot.
Next meetup in the summer, passive income will take me there.
Rocket ship.
I got a little rocket ship.
This is great.
Mine's black and white.
I love the rocket ship.
Who did that?
Travis, where's the color of the printer? We'll talk about that another
So yeah, the next meetup we were supposed to do one in January. As you can tell, we're a little bit busy. But
just a little bit.
But the next meetup, obviously, we get through Pye, we get through Moonforce proof of concept for Pye, and then obviously we get into the additional chains and some things that we'll be doing in March. And then we'll probably get into April and we'll announce something probably in February for anticipation of May or June of this year. I don't anticipate it being, there's a decent chance it'll just be in June or July. But the idea is that we're going to do it in Vegas. We will do it to where it's in a place where everybody can come on in, have fun, enjoy themselves. Get down to brass tacks. I think about that time is when we'll have the actual blockchain, the Pye blockchain ready to potentially be rolling out a lot of information and either launching it or close to launching it so people can start the node side and doing some other things from a mining perspective as well, which we'll get into another day. That being said, I do anticipate the meetup being something that you guys are all going to be excited about this year. This year's meetup is all going to be about reflection. I guess reflection on the past year, what we've learned, what we've done. Why does it make us stronger? Why are we where we're at today in such a completely different capacity we were 3 months, 6 months, 9 months ago? We're 10 times more valuable to our community, 10 times more valuable to the people that engage with us and what they're interested in because of what we've been through. It's not easy to continuously go down these roads to do it and constantly run into various different things that you have to overcome or you have to work through or navigate. But we do it with resiliency. We do it with full, complete passion and purpose because we know what our end goal is. No is not the answer. We can't do is not the answer. Not with Dev Team 6. We will continue to be given roadblocks, and this will happen for the rest of our lives. It's humanity. It's nature. It's part of doing business. It's part of software development. It's part of tech development. We all are going to run into those. But one thing you can sleep at night knowing is that we will never stop and we will never give up until we get where we're supposed to be. It's not a matter of can we do it. It's just a matter of how we're going to do it. And we will continue until we get there. We're about to what do they say? We're going to be landing in Phoenix in 15 minutes.
T-minus 15.
Put on your seatbelts and fasten your seatbelts. Make sure your
trays
tables
are
upright position and you're
right.
all set. And make sure you throw out all your trash.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, we're about to throw out the trash. All right, that's for sure. It's been a lot of trash we've collected over the 9 and 10 months that we've been going.
You bet.
But that trash is about to get tossed in the dumpster real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So we're very happy where we're at right now, guys. I know there's a lot of people. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, he was shouting it out. I don't know if you guys could hear it while we were on here, but Trevor has offered to help anybody be able to make it to the meetup on his personal dime if you don't have the funds to get out here. He's willing to do sponsorships for anybody who can't make it to Vegas. So just get with financial advisor. He'd be happy to help. That being said, guys, we know it's been a long journey. It's been a ride. It's been a road. It's been good times, and there's been some hiccups, and there's been some challenges, and people have crucified us from left to right, and we're still here. And we're still resilient. We're still showing up with our face on a camera. We're very excited about what we're doing. Nothing is going to stop us. People can say what they want. People can think what you want. The one thing you can't stop is a heart. If you got a heart and a heart that is never going to stop and never stop beating, and we are compassionate to what we do, and we care with full passion about the people we're here working hard for, at the end of the day, greatness will happen, and it's just a matter of time and people having patience, knowing and believing and seeing that we didn't just do all this and put on this circus act and storyline and all this stuff. It wasn't for fun. If we were doing it for fun, trust me, I would have stopped a hell of a long time ago. Hey Abs, can you grab that for me? I gotta bring this back. We're gonna go OG. We're gonna do a little OG throwback AMA over there on the thing. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. We're gonna bring the OG back. All right. So does this feel like we're kind of back to where we started? Feels a little bit like old days, the old times. Okay.
Oh, wait, Devin was also hugged a pillow the whole time too. You both pillow huggers. Was that Nereus?
I think that was you.
No, it wasn't me.
I think it was you.
Yeah, I don't think Devin held a pillow.
Oh.
He usually held.
We could review that.
He usually held a prop of some sort.
Yeah.
Not sure what the prop was about. Oh, Abs is all over it. Here she goes.
She remembers.
She's got something. She's got a prop for him. What was the prop? Oh, yeah. All right. By the way, Devin not only...
Things clear.
Is this bring your kid to work day today?
Devin had to get engaged for a reason, guys.
It was about that time.
He had to make it right.
That's
He had to
right.
make it right.
Sorry, little buddy. We'll get you some pie. Don't worry.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, hey guys, thank you for being here today. Certainly, we know you guys are anticipating Pye Swap. We know it's a big deal to you. Believe me, we are 100% 24/7. I feel like constantly working on getting everything backed up and done and complete. And the testing phase is happening right now. And so far, so good. We haven't ran into any roadblocks that I've seen.
Not big ones, no.
Nothing major.
A little fine tuning here and there.
Well, yeah. So, Tommy always has a fine tuning.
That's
we call
right.
it.
Fine tuning never stops.
But all good things, nothing major that would give any sort of hiccup into what we're trying to do. But we certainly, are you okay?
The guy can't sit down. Poor guy.
It's the stools.
Jeez.
All right.
Stand up.
I think people are probably wondering why you put that between.
Goodness. All right.
Let's not.
Okay, we're gonna leave that one alone.
Pie Nation, we
Pie
love
Nation,
you.
There
we
you go.
love you.
Bring it home,
Thanks.
Devin.
We will
We'll
see you next week.